The last real memory I have with my parents was a summer camping trip when I was 16. I remember feeling so excited as our car rolled down those dusty red roads, thinking this would finally be the family bonding experience I had always dreamed of. Dad said it was a special trip to teach me how to become a man. What I did not know was that when I woke up the next morning, I would find myself completely alone in the middle of the wilderness with nothing but a crumpled note. Before I share the rest of this story, let me know where you are watching from today. If you have ever felt abandoned by the people who were supposed to love you unconditionally, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. This story taught me that sometimes the deepest wounds become our greatest strength. Now let me take you back to where it all began. Growing up in a small town in Montana, I was the only child of Richard and Patricia. My father was a former military man who believed in iron discipline above everything else. His favorite phrase was, "Real men do not show weakness." He said it so often that I can still hear his voice echoing in my head even now, 10 years later. My mother always stood by his side, never once defending me when his words cut too deep. She had this way of justifying everything he did. "Your father does this because he loves you. He wants you to grow up strong." I heard that excuse so many times that I almost started believing it myself. From a very young age, I was constantly compared to the sons of my parents' friends. "Why can you not be tough, like Derek from next door?" my father would ask, disappointment dripping from every word. Derek played football, hunted with his dad, and never cried. I was different. I loved reading books and drawing pictures in my notebook. To my father, these interests were signs of weakness, things that made me less of a man in his eyes. I spent my entire childhood trying to earn their approval. I joined the wrestling team even though I hated it. I pretended to enjoy fishing trips where my father criticized every single thing I did. Nothing was ever good enough. No matter how hard I tried, I always fell short of their expectations. The summer I turned 16, something unexpected happened. My father announced that we would be going on a camping trip as a family. This was strange because my parents never took me anywhere. Vacations were not something our family did together. When he told me about the trip, I felt a spark of hope ignite in my chest. Maybe this was their way of finally accepting me. Maybe things were about to change. "This trip will teach you how to become a real man," my father said with an unusual smile on his face. I should have noticed the way my mother packed my bag differently, putting in only the bare essentials. When I asked her why I had so few clothes, she simply said, "You will learn to live simply." I pushed my doubts aside, too excited about the prospect of spending quality time with my family. We drove for 7 hours, going deeper and deeper into a national forest. The cell phone signal disappeared after the first 3 hours.